Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Marketing Podcast, your source for all things marketing. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Marty Morris on the line, and he's a franchise owner over at Pinpoint Local, serving the Denver area. Marty, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, so excited to get into today's topic. So we're going to get into LinkedIn lead generation, so hot topic on the podcast. But before we do that, let's go a little bit further into what you're doing over at Pinpoint Local. Tell us a little bit more about the company, please.
Thank you, Adam. Our core services at Pinpoint Local are digital marketing, and what we do is website design, website hosting, SEO services, and social media marketing. We're trying to help people adjust their websites right now to doing business online. We're also focused a lot on social media to try and help people get their message out right now, which is really important to try and do that through the various social media platforms.
Fantastic. And I think that is a great transition. So speaking of social media platforms, LinkedIn is a juggernaut for business owners out there. Lead generation, a lot of people want to do it on LinkedIn. Not everybody knows how. Where do you want to start with this topic?
Great, thank you. We have a new LinkedIn lead generation system that we have just licensed for all of our franchisees worldwide. And we have approximately 1,700 franchisees worldwide. And what the system consists of is packages for 500 targets, 1,000 targets, or 1,500 targets a month. And it's all done through Sales Navigator in LinkedIn. And it starts with an onboarding form where you get specific in terms of who it is you want to target, a little about your business, and then how you want to engage that target. And then individual customized messages are crafted for you. You get an introductory message and then 3 to 5 follow-up messages. Those messages are sent back to you, and you have the ability to edit them. And then once they're approved, you are underway. And they send out those messages to your target, and then they track all of your activity every single day on Google Spreadsheets. So you can see all of your targets, all of your responses, and all of your statistics.
What kind of response have you gotten so far? I mean, you've been doing this for a bit now. You've had some clients go through. I'm just curious, how's it all been working out?
No, great question. First of all, we tested this out amongst a dozen or so of our franchisees to begin with, and they averaged approximately a 30% connection ratio from all of the targets that were sent messages. Some of them even had to cut it off after a month. They got so many connections, they couldn't keep up with it. So I have been working on this myself for the last 2.5 weeks. And in those 2.5 weeks, I have had approximately 600 targets. Of those targets, I've connected with 24%. And of that 24%, I've had 41 engagements, which means people have responded to me. And of those responses, I've signed up 5 people for the system itself. I have 3 new customers for Pinpoint's other services, and I've developed a lot of good new referral partners for the service. Man,
that is absolutely amazing. I love this. And what I love is that it's so is so detailed, meaning you're going off of data. So I feel like a lot of companies, a lot of marketers, they say, they don't necessarily get to that next step of the data. And do you actually get clients from doing it? Because it's fun to do it. It's nice to say, okay, you have a lot of connections, all these other things. I mean, it's all nice and fun, but it's like, are you making money from it? Are you helping people? Are you providing value is the point? And whatever your chosen service is, in your case, marketing.
Oh, exactly. And for example, I connected with a gentleman who has a fractional CFO business, and he has an old website. He needs SEO services and social media. And then I said to him, John, do you know how I found you? And I started talking to him about the LinkedIn system. And I sent him information about everything. We had a follow-up call, and he said, all these things are important. Where do we start? And I said, John, if you want to get business the most fast, effective way, let's start with this LinkedIn system. Let's get some business for you right away, and then we can start to work with all the other things.
That's awesome. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, and I like it because it's that's what you want to do. So, meaning obviously you could generate some revenue so that you can add more to marketing, so that you can generate more revenue. I love it. So, Marty, that being said, if somebody's listening to this and they want to learn more about Pinpoint Local and working with you and your team, I mean, two-part question, final question. So, number one, what are the right types of business owners and/or individuals that are typically a good fit to work with Pinpoint Local? And number two, what's the best way for them to reach out and to connect with you and your team?
Good question. So I focus mostly on small business owners and professionals, business owners and professionals that may not be ranking high in a Google search, and they're not getting the types of leads and customers that they want from their website, or they're frustrated with how complicated and time-consuming social media can be. My website is pinpointlocal.com. That's the franchise website, and my page on the franchise website is pinpointlocal.com/220.
Fantastic. Well, Marty, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about all the great work that you're doing over at Pinpoint Local to help your clients. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store, and if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Marketing, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments on the video. Love to know what kind of projects and things that you're working on. And Marty, thanks again for coming on the show.
Thank you very much for having me, Adam.